All right. What's happening today? Is this another cooking full tape we're making? Well, you better look at the camera when you do that. What are we going to work with today?
I don't know.
What do you think we should? I don't know if we put cheese on our heads. I don't know if this recipe will call for that today, will it? Today we're going to make something called egg and cheese casserole, which is also like another thing known as Welsh rarebit, or a strata, some kind of a strata with bread over cheese and stuff, or cheese over bread. That's what we're going to do, okay?
Porky Pig.
Porky Pig is here. That's right. Pretty good, isn't it? Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to cut this recipe down to 2/3 for Mom in case she makes it on page 55 in the Birchwood book. We're going to do 2/3 of it. So we're going to work with 6 slices of bread. And we're going to butter them. That's blubber in there.
Butter.
We're going to blubber our bread. That's the first thing we're going to do. Butter, yeah. Margarine. All right. We're going to take 6 slices of bread. And we have done. What is the first thing we did before the camera came on? We did what?
Why?
We washed our hands. All right, let's open our bread. We're going to take 6 slices of that up, but not those heels.
6.
Let's count.
That's
There's 3.
18.
All right, now you know what you're going to do? You're going to butter one side of those breads.
Hey, where's the knife?
Right here. Lay all your little pieces out. Yes. Hey, we got to keep our knives clean here.
Hey.
We're going to blubber our bread, right?
There's part butter.
Just one side, yeah. Get it all around the sides there. Yeah. Then you can move that one away and I'll give you another
Which one?
Next. Who's next?
It's, Austin.
Austin. But today we're going to cook. We can cook without Austin, right? Is he going to, you think he'd think of watching this tape? Here, let's put that one. Okay, why don't you continue on this one? Yeah. You think he's going to watch this tape? Think you'd show Miss Heinrich you cooking?
I showed her in kindergarten.
Did ya? Oh. Okay. Get that blob of fat off there. Yes. All right, next. See, because we got to cut these yet. We're going to cut them into cubes.
Which cubes?
Well, you'll see. We'll get a little knife here and we'll cut
Ice
into cubes.
cubes?
Yeah, ice cubes. We're going to make ice cubes out of this bread. Yes. There's another.
A goo.
Uh-huh. I can see you really like doing this, don't you? Well, now we don't have to put so much butter on there. That's because that's pure fat. And that makes you fat, too much of it. Yes. Okay, looks good. Shave it off. And we got just one more. Yeah. Now we're going to make some kind of a thing that you'll eat tomorrow for breakfast. This will be a real good breakfast thing because you leave it in the fridge overnight and it tastes so good and you're going to be really eating it up.
One for breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, now we're done with that. We'll just get that out of the way.
Ah!
Okay, now we're each going to take a knife. Hey, and we're going to cube this bread up. Hey! Here, you take one and I'll take one. You know how to cube the bread? You're going to go like this. You're going to cut it just like you're tic-tac-toeing.
Oh.
Kind of like this. Maybe that's right. And cut each side down once. And hold this all sort of. That's right.
Gee.
Yeah, you're going to cube it. Okay, now you kind of turn the bread like this, and then you cut it again.
Bye-bye, neighbor.
I gotta get you something to wipe your hands. All right.
Oh.
You're going to need that, I think, and probably me too. All right. Now don't let them hit the floor because we're going to. All right, now let's move them off, and we're gonna put 3 slices on the bottom. Let's put these on the bottom. Sit them on the bottom.
Yeah.
Put them in the pan.
Yeah.
We'll put half the bread on the bottom, and then we'll put the other half there after we get something else in.
Yeah.
Yes? I haven't done my Chinese bit with you yet lately, have I? What is that thing we do in Chinese? Oh, what do I do? now, and you're not going to put that in there. All right, let's cut up maybe another piece of bread, just like that. Start cutting. Use my knife. I think that's a little sharp. Cut that up in cubes. Put it on earth. Cut that knife upside down, honey. This is one of these weird knives. It's a very odd knife. There, that's how you use it. It's a strange knife. You've used it here before. I know, it takes some time to get used to it, don't it? Oh yes, it's a knife all good cooks must have someday. It's a strange knife, but I got used to it. Okay, cut your thing again.
Oh, darn it.
I'll cut it a little smaller. So we're gonna cut 3 out of the 6 pieces of this bread up.
This is how this knife goes.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's kind of an oddball, isn't it?
Hey.
But it works. It works better than this one, didn't it? You like that one better? No, wait, we're not going to cut them up yet. Now let's put the rest of these in the bottom of the pan. We've greased our pan here. Put the little cubes in there, wherever there's space.
Oh,
This is going to be so good, you're going to like it. You're going to like this recipe too because you have to keep cutting in a million places, all these little funny things. Okay, now that's the bottom. Okay, the next thing we have to do is we're going to slice some cheese up, okay? Okay, Mama brought this one here. We're going to work with a total of 3 cups of cheese. We'll use like 1.5 cups of the Velveeta and 1.5 cups of this cheddar that I have. So we're going to dice that. You know how to do that? Why don't we work with it like this for you? No, wait, I'm going to have you do this though. Okay, now what I want you to do, Brian, now once I get this quartered, now you make cubes. Yeah, now you make cubes out of this, okay? Make cubes, just like you did that bread.
What's easier?
You got to make them kind of small though, like this, see?
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Got to make little
Monkey.
cubes.
Monkey.
Yeah. This is going to be so good.
We're gonna
See, this is Velveeta. You know what Velveeta's got in it? Cheddar and Swiss cheese. Did you know that? Yeah, you can try it, sure. Good cook got to taste as he goes along. Make sure it's good enough for everybody else, right?
No, this is good part.
Yeah, sure. Sure, that's what's in there. It's cheddar and Swiss. Did you know that? You know what kind of cheese Swiss cheese is? It's got holes in it. It's a holy cheese. So you gotta eat that when you go to church. Be holy, right? Maybe if you ate some Swiss cheese before you went to Mass, you'd be really good, right? Yes? Is that true? Remember now, you gotta use this knife just the opposite, honey. This is your sharp end. Yeah, you gotta cut your other big ones. Yeah. It is weird. That's what's fun with it, isn't it? How many other people you know got a knife like that? I bet your mom don't even have a weird looking thing like that.
Do you think this goes on this end? Nope, it goes on this end.
You could sneak some taste here. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
See, we're making those cubes just small enough. It's good. And we're going to cut these smaller instead of big hunks. We're dicing. That's the word dicing. When you make something small into cubes, you're dicing it, okay? You better hold your broccoli. See how easy it is to cut when it's frozen? You find that with meat or bacon too if you work with it. When it's frozen, it's easier to cut and it's not so messy or juicy or greasy or whatever you're working with.
I'm so like this.
Ah, see? And it works well because it's frozen, see? And then we're going to take and we're going to sprinkle this all on top of that. Okay.
Big squeak.
Hold
What's
it.
this doing on the top?
My word! Put them on there. Cut that guy up there. All right, now
A goo.
let's put it on there. Oh, it's getting colorful, isn't it?
No.
See, that's half the fun when we work with food. It gets awful colorful.
Who cares?
Okay. Gotta rinse your hands off.
Brian, why do you keep... You know what he does? He comes over and claps his hands so the food
don't
flies
do
all
that.
over me.
Okay, now we got to slice up the rest of our bread up and put that over it, okay? Take the knife. We're going to cut the bread again.
got. That's got
When
it.
those
Yeah.
cubes, you know. We're dicing our bread.
I'm doing it fast.
Oh.
She's eating chips.
No, I'm not.
She eats a real balanced diet most
It
of the
ain't
time.
chips.
Hey,
Oh, she's
she
eating
just
cereal.
your knife. And
Yeah,
go
it's weird.
Jack's way.
He likes that. That's the chef's special.
Oh, I just sat down.
I get that. Okay, let's put the rest of our bread on there. We're almost done.
Oh, good.
We're almost done.
Okay.
We're almost done. Okay, smooth them out, Brian. Oh, don't clean your hands. And then let's wash our hands.
Move a shout.
Who's that? Josh.
Josh the Poister.
No.
I don't think so, Brian.
Okay, now let's dry them off. Because now we got to do our eggs. Come on. Hey! Hey! Oh! Oh! Hey! Do this with me!
No.
Hey! All right, now we're going to take this off. And we're going to beat the eggs. I see you brought an egg beater along. And you're just leave it all here. No, you leave all this mess here so it don't go on the floor. I want you to crack these eggs, and then you're going to take and you're going to beat them. Okay?
God.
And here's where you put your crackings. All right?
Drop
Crack the eggs.
on the floor.
No.
Right
No. You're going to crack it in there and then throw your shells in there. Hey, you did that really good. It's a perfect egg. Okay, come on. Let's see you do that again. You got to do it 4 times. Kind of, here's a way, Brian. Hit it a little and then. Marsha, leave it.
His head ain't even in there.
Well, he's standing now. He's not in his usual position. Okay.
Brian, don't drop it on the table.
Okay, and one more. Okay.
Where's the cracking?
Well, I know. Kind of grab it right in the crack. Okay, now you're going to beat them, and I'll hold the bowl. You get that thing working. You just kind of push down, up and down in the thing. That's right. Keep it going. I'm using his equipment. It works too. He's got 1 yolk already smashed.
2. 13.
Yeah. I didn't get any onion. Gotta get onion in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll use the dehydrated
Yeah,
one 'cause she
Marsha,
likes-
let's get you to work. No, just let your mom sit around and just do everything she does. That beautiful, make the best.
They're getting smashed, aren't they? We're just using his equipment here. He's got a beater here. All right, now we're going to throw some spices in there too. I don't want to forget. And I think since I forgot to cut onion up, we'll use this dried diced onion because Mama's not real nuts for onion. We'll sprinkle that in here.
What are you making that for?
For Ellie.
Why?
We're going to have this for breakfast. Okay, now we'll leave that there for a minute.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going to use that in a minute too. Don't stick that in
what
there.
is this?
Who, when, and why?
Because he's learning.
What is it?
That's another grater.
No, who, when, and why are they having us for breakfast?
They aren't. We're making it here. Now, here's something
Which-
you want to measure out.
Which one? Half a scoop?
We'll use the minced
12
onion.
inches?
We'll use a teaspoon on this.
Teaspoon?
No, that's not the teaspoon.
Teaspoon?
It's sort of bigger.
Teaspoon?
This one here.
Whoa.
It says a half a tablespoon. Well, which one is the teaspoon? Here's the
Brian.
teaspoon. Okay. All right, now, one thing with these things is, these things are dried out. You're going to add moisture to them, so you're going to stick that in there. You know why? Because, see, they're dried out flakes. Well, probably add a little more of that. All right, we've got I'm doing the teaspoon of the dried onion, okay? Now mix that in there. So you're putting moisture in that from the egg. If I use the real onions, they'd have the water in it, and we'd be crying, wouldn't we? Yeah, we do. We cry with them eggs, don't we?
No.
Now we're going to need a teaspoon and a half of dry mustard. So we're going to need your teaspoon again. It looks like it's
Which
mixed
one?
good. Just leave that guy right there.
This one?
The one you just used, a teaspoon, yeah. All right, put that in here.
You're sure?
You're gonna measure 1 1/2. Yeah, you're gonna go 1.
You go.
All right, finish.
Okay.
Whoop,
Oh.
and put a little bit more in there. Okay, now stir that in there.
Mom, the audience is probably gonna get bored by this now.
No, but he likes to watch it. And then we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Are you sure that we're both in here? Go look at that for me, Marcia. Okay. And we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So now we're gonna use the one that says 1/2 on it. Okay? Where's the 1/2?
Quit making faces.
Well, this is what that's his film. Here, bud. Can you pour that in there? Just a 1/2 teaspoon. This is our 1/2.
Dad,
Okay.
show.
All right, now mix that in there with that deal.
Show it different.
And then
Oh
we're
my
gonna add 3
God.
cups of milk. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're not quite done. I just got to add the milk, and then we will be, and then we're going to pour that all over. Now, just a second.
I suppose you're gonna like videotape all the things in the oven too, aren't you?
No, we're not putting it in the oven. It's an overnight deal.
Hey, it's huge.
Put the guy down. Now we're going to measure this out. Of course, I should have a bigger bowl. Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Pour that bowl into this one,
Okay.
and we're going to measure out 3 cups of milk.
Okay.
So we can use your 1/2 cup, and we're going to need 6 of them because this is a 1/2. So you're going to pour it in there. All right, 1, 2, whoops, 3,
This bowl, that bowl will overflow.
4, 5, 6. All right, now mix it with your wire whisk again. Mix it again so it's all beat up.
Why are you making this?
To teach him how to make it.
Ryan,
Keep it in there because then we're going to pour it on our bread.
you're doing it on purpose.
Well, so what? This is his tape. He can do what he wants as long as he has the
You
end
want
product.
stringing that gross stuff all over the table?
Well, he's doing it.
No, he was picking the beer up and slopping it off the table.
No, we're nearly done. Okay, now I think it's mixed pretty good, don't you? Let's see. All right,
Dump
now
it
just
on
a
the floor
second.
now.
No, wait. No. Let's put it over here.
You know,
All right, now we're going to pour that all over the place, evenly. Evenly pour it. And this is going to be something that you don't bake until tomorrow morning. You let it sit overnight. Kind of push your stuff in there. And this is going to be great. Now we're going to cover it up with foil. And then you're going to bake it in the morning. Okay, look at that. Should we show the camera what it looks like? Wait till he tastes it in the morning, right? Okay, now go rinse your hands off. And there we have egg and cheese casserole. Okay, it's on. Why don't you show me the dish? There's the end of the dish. And it's an overnight casserole. Okay, you can put it on the table. And we're going to bake that at 325 for an hour and a half and put that in a bigger pan that has water on it so the bottom doesn't burn, right?
Yeah.
Can you say that? What can you say? Was it fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Big smiley. He's the little chef. Goodbye now.